Hello, class. This is Dr. Todd Hardin. I want to welcome you to CO 502, Biblical Theology of Counseling. A couple of things that I want to kind of orient you to is first, make sure you stay up to date on all the reading assignments. This is an 8-week term and it goes by before you can believe it. You will be finished and you can't get behind. If you get behind, you can't catch up. So I encourage you to continually stay up on your assignments, especially the reading and the postings. The other thing is I want to kind of paint a little bit of an overall picture of what we're trying to accomplish here in this class. Often counselors, Christian counselors especially, have a PhD level understanding of psychology and psychological issues and a Sunday school level of training in theology and Bible. And this leads to some really bad biblical interpretations and some misappropriation of Scripture, misapplication of Scripture, and just bad theology. And so part of what this class seeks to do is to help you think Christianly about the discipline of counseling so that you can truly counsel from a biblical perspective. With that being said, I would like to show you sort of an illustration of kind of what I hope to help you develop over the course of the next 8 weeks, or at least start with this, is that often we view things. Calvin put it this way. Let me say it this way. Calvin said something along these lines. Scripture serves as the spectacles through which we can see God's creation clearly. Now, that being the case, things such as counseling research, for instance, psychological research, theory, those kind of things, are activities of God's common grace. Lost people can make some pretty keen observations sometimes. And so we need to afford ourselves, because God let it be created, therefore it's okay, it's good in and of itself because it's a created thing. Of course, it's been distorted by sin, but we need to be able to look at those things like research or secular methods or models in such a way that we think Christianly about them. Now, there are 3 ways that people approach this task, 2 of which aren't the best, and one is what I hope to promote within your own growth and development over the course of the semester. The first is if we hold to the analogy that Scripture serves as the spectacles through which we see the rest of creation, we may want to look at it kind of in this way. Here are my lenses of Scripture. And some counselors wear their scriptures this way. Now, here's an example of a personality book. And what these counselors might do is they look over the glasses onto the page, and they have a hard time of making things out. Things look fuzzy. Matter of fact, they can't read anything, at least if you're advanced in years like me, you can't. And so what happens is they don't really see the nuances that are here in this text. Matter of fact, they almost have to guess some things because they just can't see things in a clear way. So that's one approach. That's the first approach. That's the over-the-glasses approach. Now, some say this is not good. This is not a good way, and I would agree with that. But what they end up doing is they end up taking the glasses and they really examine those really closely. They can tell every nook and cranny. They can tell where all the cracks are. They can tell the beauty, the craftsmanship that are inherent if they take a really close look. But they never actually put these on and use them. And so therefore, all the information that is here never gets viewed. And so what I want to help you learn is that the lenses need to be worn properly. They need to be looked through so that we can truly see what's there. And this is really a subconscious thing. A lot of times people don't realize they're doing it, but it makes a big difference. And so with that being said, I've included an article in the first week called Unlocking the Attic. And what it does is it takes a biblical view or a biblical look, an examination of one of the approaches to Christian counseling called the Levels of Explanation approach. I'd like for you to take a look at that article. There's really no assignment that I have with it other than I want you to kind of get an idea of what I hope God will do for you over the period of this of our time together to help you truly think Christianly about counseling and about all of life. Because I do believe firmly in what Francis Schaeffer said, Christianity offers a comprehensive answer for all of the realities of life. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me. My cell phone will be included on the syllabus, or at least in the information. I can email it to you. But God bless, and I look forward to learning with you over the course of our time together.